Okay. All right, recording in progress. So it's just doing the what you see on the iPad. It's not recording you guys. All right. All right, so you can see my overhead camera. All right. So what I see here, I think, similar to what we did last week in H building, you want to start with the back wall. And I think my first guess is about like that. And don't worry if you have to do some erasing or if your lines look a little bit wavy or scribbly. That's normal. I've been drawing for a long, long time, and my lines are still wavy and scribbly. It's just kind of the way lines look when you're trying to figure something out. Now I can see there's like I can approximate just looking at the picture, like the angle of the floor. But I want to extend that line and then I've got the angle of the ceiling coming down. I think I'm going to say I've got like a vanishing point somewhere like there. As long as you're close, it'll be fine. The idea is to look at this. And I think I do need this wall to be a little bit more to the right. You want to be able to make a drawing that looks like this photo, and you want to make it look as much like the photo as you can, knowing that you can't really, you're not drawing a photograph, you're making a replica. So
Duffy, do you think that back wall is a square or is it more like rectangular? A rectangle.
it's tough. It's pretty square, but
Yeah.
um, you can see there's like a little bit here, like there's a
Yeah.
like there's this corner, and then this wall is like there. And then I can see where this floor lamp, maybe a little bit lower than that. I might just like mark a position for the floor lamp. I've got the floor down here. It's sitting like down here. So you see the bottom of the floor lamp is lower than the back edge right here. Um, and I got my little settee back here. And I think what I'm finding is that I need more space here. So I might just have to make this all a little bit bigger. And that is, yeah, actually, I think my angle is too relaxed here. I think I think like if this is like that little love seat settee here, vanishing point's probably somewhere like about like up here. And the floor, yeah, it's a little more steep. Trying to get that little bit like there. I'm trying to leave just like the right amount of space to the side of this. So I see like that little bit of this credenza back here. It goes right up to that goes kind of right up to the corner. So first, I'm just kind of like sketching shapes of like kind of like trying to get position of things. There's a mullion there, mullion there. Okay. All right, there's the wall. You see the bottom of this just a little bit above the wall, and then there's the leg of that, which is short. Okay. There. Um, yeah, the front of the sofa. So the legs are hard to see because they have that reflective metal, and what it is right here. They kind of blend in. There's like reflection with that pattern on the carpet makes them kind of blend in with each other. A little bit of depth to the seat, not much. Okay. So if I establish here's like the where the arm meets the back, like so it goes like kind of past the back of the sofa, I'll come across here to find the same height there. The back cushions are inside the arms. There's thickness to the cushions, and then there is a table. Right there. So if you're looking for like a drawing this sofa, I honestly like didn't even see the table until I started to draw it, or until I like got down lower to see like what's the bottom of the sofa, and then I see like, oh yeah, there's a table there. So kind of normal that when you're drawing that you're paying attention to what you're drawing in the moment, and you can miss detail. Okay, so I'm kind of getting like a, it's kind of like it's like a stick figure, and it's just like a little like just it's very simple. I'm gonna go back a little bit there. All right, good. I sketch in just the shape of this uh, there. And the bottom of this is a little bit long like there. Okay. Um, this floor lamp, if you just make it look like make it look like the floor lamp. If you miss an angle here or there, don't worry too much about that. There, that's beautiful. And I know I'm missing some detail. It's maybe a little bit wide. I can come inside this and like get more like to the interior and deal with some of the planes. There we go. Okay. Closely. Let's see. That. Actually, not that long. Okay. Go here. Baseboard. And then approximate like the distance. You can see there's a shadow about right there on the wall. And then farther away from the shadow. It's taller. And there we go. That is, oh, you can't see that very well. There we go. It's not straight. So I'll just draw over it. Okay. So the frame has depth. If you start off just with the shape on the wall, that's fine, but you want to put in this extra plane to draw the side. Can you see my drawing well enough? Okay.
I'm having a tiny bit of trouble.
Okay. We'll be able to enlarge it a little bit. Um, the area carpet is like here. Right. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, that seems that needs to be shorter. All right. So now all right. Hmm. Well, I need to clear up some of this. Better contrast. And so like here, the vertical surfaces of the settee are in shadow. This is too long, maybe. Okay. Shadow right there. There. Right. So there we go. And then look. Here. Hmm. All right. So some of these long, straight edges can be a little challenging to draw. But stick with it. Draw them and redraw them and look again and see like there's no real corner here. Like just like slightly rounded. And then I need to clean up a lot of my stray marks. Because some of the work that I'm doing to sketch it is useful for figuring out how to draw something, but if they're still in my drawing too long, it can be hard to see what I'm doing. And something that you can do also, like some of the detail of these legs can be hard to see in the photo because of the reflection. If you look up, like, so this Florence, this like a small sofa or settee is something designed by Florence Knoll. You can find it either on Knoll's website, or if you just look up Florence Knoll settee, and that's SETEE, you'll find it, and you can get a much clearer image, or I guess a clearer idea of the structure of that. There's like a little steel, like really thin chrome plated steel base and leg. Okay. So here, how do you deal with this carpet? You're not going to draw everything. You are going to, well, there's like a shape in the middle, there's a shape there. It is a symmetrical design. So for you to go along the edge, and The back of it is like here. I think I made my carpet a little small. Not too much though. So I just, with that carpet design, I just want to sketch an approximation that's kind of has like the idea of it. It has some like symmetrical marks. And then I see there's a really dark shadow under there. Yeah, that's not bad. So to give you the idea of it. Also we have the buttons. Okay. So it has this slightly irregular brick flooring. And it's not offset, so you can just make it like it's a rectangular grid. But use the vanishing point to get the change of angle of all of that stuff. Okay. This continues here, and then the or the plant life down here out the window. Okay. Clean up this stuff. Leave a little close to my vanishing point and see what my looks up here. There. And I really don't see much if at all on top of that. I do see a door pulls above it. Ah, high enough. That's about Here's my solution to drawing the sculpture. Side of the pencil. Just make little marks. And then some of these I think I'll connect. These little rectangular planes on that sculpture are mostly connected on the corners. Okay. All right. Now the that dark back wall side of the pencil. Now the whole wall, even where there's light on the wall, it's darker than that white surface to the left of it. So it should have some pencil on it, even where it's got light on it. And then here, right? If your drawing gets a little bit smudgy, that's a great opportunity to use your eraser to erase highlights into the smudged areas. Almost there. 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 Something like that. I don't think my angles are precisely the same. I think the wall's a little bit wider than I'm drawing it. But this is all right. This is, I think this is the composition of it, I think it's okay for a facsimile of this interior. But sometimes you got to draw it once to find out, like, like for me, looking at it, it was hard for me to gauge what the scale or the proportion of the back wall should be. Now that I have it drawn, maybe it should have been a little bit wider. But this is what we have. Okay. And then there's this. And your mullions like sit on this. So that you want to draw the rectangular form that rests on this frame, like there's sort of like the whole window structure. So let me clear that up, since some of my initial drawing for that structure is a little bit messy. Let's get some sharper pencils. Okay. If I can see. So some of the detail, like this window, might seem at first like you can't do it, but give it a shot. Try your best to control the appearance of like these mullions as solid. That's all right. Better. Okay. There we go. All right, I got one. So this just takes like slowing down, concentrating, and also I would do it later in the drawing uh, because you got to warm up to this and like give yourself time to get to where you feel like you can draw a decently straight line like that. And again, part of the challenge here is to learn control. And if at first it's hard and it seems like you just can't make a decent looking straight edge on something, just keep at it. Um, the idea is not, like I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna like it better if you use a straight edge, because I won't. You might like it better, but that's not really the point of what we're doing here in this class anyway, so. But if you go like figure out like where your mark is and just try to go at a decent rate of speed for the drawing your line, it will tend to go straighter. Not a bad idea if you're sitting around, watching um, Bridgerton or Ripley or something like that. Have a sketchbook with you, and just like since sometimes like you're like you can just sit there and just practice drawing parallel lines straight, and just practice the control. This is like a page, or different pages in a sketchbook can just be practice for technique and practice for control. Okay, how does this look to you? What I've got, decent? It's a facsimile, it's a sketch. So, a sketch it's easy to get caught up in like what's wrong with your drawing or what you think is not right or what you don't like about it. Um, I don't love my drawing right here, but I can see where I'm getting a facsimile of the photograph. And that's good. That's really what I want. Um, and yeah, and I know they're going to be kind of goofy looking mullions, but like what I'm drawing here. Hey, uh, oh shoot, sorry about that. I forgot to set my iPad to not lock. Okay. And one more mullion will go in there. Um, they're giving the impression of the like little like grass or sort of like decorative planting out here. I'm holding my pencil with my fingertips and just kind of scribble sketching to give the impression of this kind of like alternating light and shadow. I also see there's a little bit of glare on the window down here. So I do a little bit, like if I do that, smudge it a little bit, and then erase a little in there, I can create the appearance of this sort of glare on the window. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of these squares. All right, and then there is this there. There's like the roof. Oh, all the way up there. There's this. And then there's tree and stuff. up there. That's fine. I'm happy with what I have here. Yeah, so from here, I can refine this more. I can shade some more of these planes on the floor lamp. I can draw some of this stuff in the picture on the wall. Okay, goes the foot. The artwork kind of echoes this grid of squares on the exterior wall, interestingly. No accident there. Oh, and the floor is darker. Out here. Okay. So that's how I would approach this drawing. Here, if I were to give myself more time, and you have more time, because you have time to work on this, you're gonna turn in at the midterm with the other, the two drawings we're gonna do on Mondays. Um, so I could, look at this and see like, where do I have like more contrast? Like this cabinet back here is much more bright white. So I gotta brighten this. And that might mean if you're using like even like an HB graphite, you can smudge it and make it just a little bit darker. And I get better contrast with that white metal credenza. There. And you're drawing this, I'm using a soft pencil, and so just me working like over here, my hand is smudging the graphite in the middle of the drawing. You might take a piece of paper and just have like something to just like set your hand on it so that you don't persistently rub your hand across the surface. Hmm? What do you think? Um, let's go back to